So what are the current context changes in this bigger relationship between society and technology? Well, I think it's almost common knowledge that this relationship between technology and society is accelerating faster and faster, is increasingly entwined, and even more critical than it has been in the past. We know these things from multiple experiences and data points. One great framework for considering this is something that was introduced by the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab was the primary author on a book on the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And basically, he's contrasting from the first industrial revolution, which was around steam power and mechanical manufacturing back in the 1700s, to the second industrial revolution, which was in the early 20th century, that was mass production fueled by the advent of electricity, electric power. The third industrial revolution around electronics and IT, and then the computer that started in the late 60s, early 70s. And now a lot are arguing that we're at the dawn of a fourth industrial revolution based on cyber-physical systems, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, such things. Now the reason these are called revolutions is obviously because they had a huge impact on that relationship between technology and society. And as Klaus Schwab talks about, with the fourth industrial revolution is one of networks, platforms, people, and digital technology, and is blurring the lines between physical, digital, and biological spheres. He also goes on to say that the fourth industrial revolution renders technology an all-pervasive and predominant part of our individual lives, and yet we are only just starting to understand how this technological sea change will affect our inner selves. Ultimately, it is incumbent upon each of us to guarantee we are served, not enslaved by technology. At a collective level, we must also ensure that the challenges technology throws at us are properly understood and analyzed. Only in this way can we be certain that the fourth industrial revolution will enhance rather than damage our well-being. Now, in introducing a model like this, it has a tendency to bring people's attention to the cutting edge of the fourth industrial revolution, the artificial intelligence, the nanotechnology, some of these technologies that are bordering on science fiction. And no doubt that's a big part of this story. It's where will those companies be based? How will those new technologies be governed and rolled out? But these revolutions don't exist in isolation. A lot of our industries here in Canada are still first, second, third industrial revolution industries. And there's questions about how these revolutions will intermingle. What does it look like for the oil refinery that is all of a sudden networked with every other oil refinery globally and has artificial intelligence where it's constantly optimizing its process based on what all these refineries are learning and optimizing supply and demand on a global scale? And what are the implications of that technology on society? Or you can look all the way back to the billions of people who are still struggling to have in place some of the first industrial revolution technologies. What does it mean in sub-Saharan Africa, where it's easier to get a cell phone than it is to get access to clean water? What are the implications for that as we enter the fourth industrial revolution?